I can tell you, as somebody who's lived a little bit of life on planet Earth, man, that it's not easy to make things happen. And I've struggled a lot in my 20s. And, at the time of me making this video, I'm 27 years old. And I can tell you, man, it's so difficult to get projects going. It's so difficult to get a business going. It's so difficult to invest correctly. It's difficult. It's difficult to get a good job. It's difficult to find friends. It's difficult to, find a girl that you really like or a guy that you really like, whatever it might be. It's difficult to make things happen, man. It's supposed to be difficult. And I can tell you, again, as somebody who's been frustrated many, many, many times in my life about these exact things, all of these things that I just mentioned to you, I've been frustrated about all of them many times. And you just have to remember, man, it's normal, and you just have to keep pushing, right? And if you keep pushing, especially in your 20s or early in your life, whatever it might be, however old you might be, if you just keep pushing, it's going to work out. In some way, shape, or form, things will work out. They have a way of working out. And struggle is a privilege, and it's a good thing, right? It's a good thing that you're struggling. It's a good thing that things aren't happening as quickly as you'd like for them to happen. It really is. At one point, you're going to look back on the struggles that you're going through and how hard it is for you to get something going, and you're going to be happy that it took you that long. You're going to be happy that it was that big of a struggle, because it's going to create a story that you can tell somebody else to be able to inspire them, right? Think about all the stories that you guys think of, and inspirational people, Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, all these different people, man, they went through an unbelievable amount of struggle in their lives, whether they want to. They're all very open about it. Those two guys are super open about struggling early in their career. Tom Brady, I don't remember off the top of my head, but he had like terrible, he was not, nobody expected him to be nearly as successful as what I'm trying to say, I guess, is what he turned out to be. Nobody expected that, right? He was counted out. Michael Jordan, famous story. He was cut from his high school basketball team, ended up becoming, in my opinion, the greatest basketball player of all time, right? Those are two simple examples that you guys have all heard of. But just understand, man, that struggling is a good thing. It's a good thing that you're struggling, because it's going to force you to think. It's going to force you to learn how to think. It's going to force you to get creative. It's going to force you to build a chip on your shoulder. It's going to force you to never get comfortable, which is another thing that you don't get if you just win easily, right? Think about a guy who just starts a business and it takes off and it wins and he's super successful, and he doesn't have those lessons that the other person would have, if they struggled for a long time. I would take the guy who's been struggling for 10, 15 years, who finally makes it work. I would take that guy over the guy who just inherits a bunch of money or makes a big win on his very first try, because that person didn't learn the lessons that the other guy had to learn. That person didn't have to eat the shit that the other person had to eat, right? You learn the lessons when you're down, right? You don't learn when you're winning, right? You learn when you're losing. You learn what not to do. You learn who you are when that's going on. You don't learn who you are when you're winning. You learn what kind of person you are when things suck and you have no hope, so to speak, and you don't know what you're going to do. That's when you learn who you are. And that's just the reality. And it's not a fun thing to talk about. It's certainly not a fun thing to go through, but that's just the truth. And if you just keep on pushing, it's going to work out in one way, shape, or form. It's going to work out. And again, just like all the other things I talk about on this channel, this is advice to myself as it is for any of you guys, right? This is exactly what I tell myself on a daily basis when things are hard and, I'm not getting where I want to go as fast as I want to go. And I'm asking myself, oh my gosh, dude, why is this so fucking hard? Why is this not working? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? Why can't this person just do this, right? I ask myself the exact same questions that you guys probably ask yourself, and it's normal. And we have to understand that, and we have to keep pushing and showing up every single day, regardless of how we feel and regardless of how down and out we might be, right? Because as long as we keep pushing and trying to work and, showing up every single day, we have a chance to make it work, right? We have a chance if we just keep showing up. But if we quit, well, there is no coming back from that, right? If you quit, it's over, right? But you have a chance if you just keep pushing every single day and keep telling yourself that you can make it work, whatever it is, whether it's a business or getting a better job or finding a job or finding your wife, whatever it might be. If you just keep pushing every single day, you will get to wherever it is you want to go. You just have to keep pushing. You just can't give up. And again, for the millionth time, this is the exact same conversation I have with myself almost on a daily basis, because things are hard. Contrary to the internet And all these people online, they want to act like everything is easy and every single day is all smiles and no hardship. They don't struggle. I call bullshit. I know a lot of very successful people, and they'll tell you straight to your face that it's hard as hell every single day to get where they want to go. And it's a battle, right? It sucks getting out of bed in the mornings a lot of the times. I don't want to get out of bed in the morning a lot of the times. And it's just a struggle, man. You have to keep pushing, and you have to understand that that's normal. There's nothing wrong with you. It's hard for everybody. So keep that in mind, guys. Remember that whenever you're going through shitty times in life, like we all do, and try to remember that. And, play this video 3 or 4 times. Let me be a reminder to you that it's normal and it's hard as shit for everybody out here. Okay? And you will get to wherever it is you want to go if you just keep on pushing. That's all it is. One foot in front of the other. That's how you get to the top of the mountain. You cannot quit. You have to keep moving forward every single day. And you have to just take baby steps every single day, just like we talk about on this channel. Write down the items you have to get done on a daily basis and then go and knock them out. And then once you get those items done, that day was a W, right? If you don't get it done, that day was an L. You lost the day, right? Stack as many wins as you possibly can. That is how you build the life that you want. And that is the best advice I can give anybody, regardless of how old they are, how young they are, how much money they have, or how little money they have. That is how you make things happen, guys. One day after another, one win after another, one foot in front of the other. And if you just keep doing that, you will get to wherever it is you want to go. So I hope this helps you guys out. Let me know in the comments. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I love you guys. That's why I make these videos. I hope this helps somebody. If it does, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear about your situation and hopefully be able to give you guys any advice or any guidance. That's why I'm here. So I love you guys. Support the channel. Like this video. Share it with somebody. I would love to grow this channel, guys. That's why we make these videos. So I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.